a movie. On its opening day, a film made just 3,420 yuan at the box office. After 9 days, its total takings were still below 10,000 yuan. There was no massive marketing campaign. No celebrities promoting it, no interviews with the cast or crew. And yet, just a few days later, it suddenly started trending online. Its daily box office revenue skyrocketed by more than 100-fold. As of 18 August, its total box office had reached 17 yuan million. Some platforms were even predicting that it could eventually surpass 135 yuan million. The film is called Niu Lai. On Douban, 1-star and 5-star reviews appeared side by side. Some people genuinely loved it. Others went to the cinema specifically to criticize it. Niu Lai sounds similar to Niu Lai in Chinese, roughly meaning, so some audiences went to the cinema simply to get in on the joke and hopefully bring themselves a little good look. What were they really buying? Not a film ticket. They were buying a ticket to participate in a nationwide internet meme. It wasn't a case of good word of mouth creating box office success. It was the other way around. The conversation came first. The audience came afterwards. There are already rumors that director Xin Yumen has confirmed a sequel, reportedly titled Yang Lai. The title is another pun. But if the second film follows exactly the same formula, will people still go and watch it? My answer is probably not, because novelty can create a one-off explosion. But it is very difficult for novelty alone to build a long-term brand. The core creative team behind Niu Lai consisted of just 2 people, the director and his mother. Starting from scratch, they spent 5 years making an 8-6-minute animated film. That kind of 2-person workshop deserves genuine respect. But the limitations are equally obvious. The production capacity is extremely low. Quality is difficult to control. Most importantly, this kind of luck-driven success is extremely difficult to replicate. One unexpected hit does not mean you can keep producing hits. A small workshop can create a miracle, but it is very difficult for a workshop to reliably produce miracles. And that reveals a rather harsh truth. If you rely on inspiration, you're relying on luck. If you rely on a system, you're building something sustainable. A healthy, sustainable ecosystem does not depend on isolated lottery-like successes. It needs something closer to a super factory, a system. Look at Marvel. Marvel is a classic example of this kind of super factory. It doesn't depend entirely on one director suddenly having a brilliant idea. Instead, it has built an entire industrialized system from script development and visual effects to post-production. Every stage involves specialized teams with clear processes. That is what allows it to consistently release multiple high-quality productions every year while building an enormous cinematic universe. The organizations that can truly win over the long term are doing essentially the same thing. They turn accidental success into repeatable capability. And that is exactly what China-Europe International Fund Management has been working towards recently, building a super factory. At its core, the approach comes down to 3 things: professionalization, industrialization, and digitalization. Professionalization is the foundation. China-Europe International Fund Management has divided its research into nearly 90 specialized areas, allowing different people to spend years developing expertise in the fields they know best. The heads of its various business lines have, on average, been working in the industry for 22 years. Strong investment performance cannot depend on 1 or 2-star fund managers simply making decisions based on instinct. Instead, China-Europe uses a standardized approach to turn scattered research into repeatable processes, allowing strong investment products to be developed and delivered consistently. Digitalization is the accelerator. Technology can handle massive amounts of information and repetitive tasks, allowing people to focus their energy on what really matters: judgment, trade-offs, and decision-making. The success of Niu Lai proves that a single piece of work can sometimes become visible through sheer chance. But if an organization wants to earn people's trust over the long term, it cannot keep waiting for another lucky break. One big hit might come from luck, but continuous evolution requires a system.